Jets Ward.
Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I'm your host, Ryan Ward. And I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I got an interesting one for you today. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here. It is a great place to be because you guys keep coming back for more. And if you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here. It is a safe space for you. So, guys, free agency has been going on for weeks now, and the Jets have added a lot of good talent, some solid depth pieces to play edge, to play linebacker, to do all these different things. But there are some big names that are still out there on the open market. And one player that has been getting a lot of buzz recently came out and said he's definitely playing in 2026. And he's been recovering from an injury. And there's a lot that goes on with this player. When he's on, he's one of the better players at his position. But there's a lot of things you got to take into account with him. The player I'm talking about today is current free agent Christian Wilkins, defensive tackle, defensive lineman, formerly from the Vegas Raiders. Now, Christian Wilkins ended up getting cut from the Raiders in 2024, and there were a lot of locker room issues. Now, Christian Wilkins, he's always been known to be a very, very interesting individual on and off the field. Very personable, will talk trash, do all these different things, has done some things on the field that a lot of players don't like, but when he's playing, he has a high motor. He gives everything he's got, one of the more dominant players in run defense, and has the ability to get after the passer as well. You would have him as a nose tackle. He can also bounce out to play defensive ends in a 3-4 as well. He has that ability and speed and power to dominate at multiple positions on the defensive line. But there's a lot of things that go on with him. There's a lot of baggage. And the reason he's still a free agent is, one, the last time he played, he only played 5 games for the Raiders, and he suffered a Jones fracture in his left foot that required surgery. He's recovering. There's a lot of teams who are apparently interested in him right now, more than half the league, and they're just waiting for the okay that he is medically cleared to play. But the injury, he's coming off an injury and didn't play this past season. So there's a concern right there. But another concern is the reason he got cut from the Vegas Raiders. And there were a lot of rumors that came out. And eventually what was heard was that in the locker room, Wilkins apparently went up to another player in a joking manner and kissed him on the head. And the player took offense to it. Now, Christian Wilkins, like I said, has done some very interesting, weird things on and off the field. And he's been seen doing stuff like this before. But the teammate took offense to it, and there were issues. And they did an investigation. He ends up getting cut. And they voided a majority of his contract. And he's currently in a grievance case to try to recoup about $35 million from the Raiders that they voided from him. A little bit more than that. So there's a lot of things that go on that you'd have to be willing to take on to in your locker room. Now, I'm all for bringing in solid players who can help the team out. But do the Jets, where Aaron Glenn is in a position where if he doesn't do well this year, he's fired, he's gone. Is he in a position to bring a character like Christian Wilkins, no matter how dominant of a player he is, into the locker room? I don't think Wilkins is bad fit for this defense. I think he's actually quite good and could be a dominant figure on this line. Put him next to a Tavondre Sweat as a defensive end and Juwan Briggs on the other end. Harrison Phillips coming in to give some rotation. Onyemata coming in to give rotation on the defensive line. That's a legit defensive line, and the Jets could add some more players on that line. Mazi Smith is our back third string defensive tackle. Christian Wilkins is a much better player than Mazi Smith and would come in and honestly could bounce anywhere on the defensive line and be a solid fit in this defense. Do you want to bring the character into the locker room? That's the concern. I do think we have leaders in that locker room like a Harrison Phillips, like a Demario Davis, like these types of players, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who can keep him in line. So I think we have the veteran leadership that could corral him and keep him right. But are the Jets a team that's willing to do that? I don't know if we are at that position at that point. Would I sign him? I would take Christian Wilkins' game if he's the same as when he first signed with the Raiders. If he's that type of player still, I would take him because I think he'd add so much to the defensive line and could make this defense and the run game even more formidable. That's something I'd be very interested in and gives you a pass rush too. So it's interesting to see who ends up getting him. I know the Patriots were interested in him. The Packers could be very, very well interested. Maybe Buffalo could be very interested in him. There's going to be a lot of teams. Apparently, the rumored more than half the league is interested in him and bringing him in. So I would love to know from you guys, would you take Christian Wilkins on the Jets? Would you be willing to bring him in? Or do you want the Jets to stay as far away from him as possible? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about it. And make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for any notifications as well of when I post videos, just so you stay updated on what's going on in the Jets ward. Also, make sure you follow me on X, Instagram, and on TikTok as well. Try to post all my videos and shorts there, just so you see me on other platforms too. But other than that, guys, I love you. I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much for joining me in the Jets ward. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The Jets Ward.